It has been a while since fans have seen their favorite girl, Serena Williams, in action, and they're finally going to have all their wishes come true during this year's Wimbledon tournament, because after a year-long hiatus, Williams is finally going to make a comeback. Let's go and learn more about Serena's return and how fans are going hysterical over the news. First up, Serena Williams is finally back. News of the 40-year-old tennis champion returning swept the internet off its feet and came as a total shock to fans because Serena's name didn't make it in the official entry list for this year's Wimbledon. This had left fans devastated and fearing the worst, but all of their fears have now faded away. Serena has not been on the court ever since she made her exit caused by a serious leg injury during the very first round at Wimbledon an entire year ago. The reason why Serena didn't make it in the initial list of players was because she hadn't applied to play with her protected ranking. However, on Tuesday, the 23-time Grand Slam singles champion took to Instagram to announce her return. She posted a photo of her feet wearing a gorgeous pair of white Nike tennis shoes, along with the caption SW and SW19. She also added 2022, see you there. So you may or may not know this. Of course, the SW represents her initials, while the UK postal code for Wimbledon is SW19. And that is when Wimbledon officially responded by posting their wildcard entry for a singles list an entire day earlier than their planned date for release, with Williams' name added to it. Next, the tennis world left in a frenzy after Williams' announcement. Are you even surprised to hear that? We sure aren't. Serena is an American national treasure, and her fans are more than excited to have heard the news of her return. Twitter is filled with tweets from fan reactions. A Twitter fan with the username @BrenChurchill wrote that he can't express the amount of joy the news of Williams' return has given him, as he shared Serena's Instagram post along with it. He was more than happy and even tagged Serena's Twitter handle. Writing in all caps, the guy finished his tweet with the words, "I live," and "Take 24," and a dozen exclamation points. He was, of course, referring to the fact that he wants Serena to win the Grand Slam singles championship for the 24th time. Kaiser at Celibici tweeted that he cannot believe that Serena is actually back and will be going to Wimbledon this year, along with the crying face emoji. We can't believe it either, Kaiser. The official Twitter account for WTA Insider shared in a tweet that the first ever set of main draw singles wildcards has been announced and that Serena is going to be a part of it. The tweet had a photo of the list attached to it, and Serena's name was on number 6. Another fan retweeted the announcement tweeted out by the official page for Wimbledon excitedly. The original tweet was about how the stage awaits for Wimbledon's 7-time champion this summer to make her 21st appearance. There were lots and lots of tweets and retweets with all caps and a million exclamation points, tennis ball emojis, and whatnot. And now for Ben Rothenberg on Serena Williams' return. One of the most influential tennis journalists, Ben Rothenberg, has been following Serena's every move online. On June 4, after the initial list of players was announced, Ben tweeted about Serena not having made the list and also talked about how she could have entered the tournament using a protected ranking. He ended his post by stating that the champion could still request a wildcard entry and that it seems unlikely that she'd be returning to the event. After Serena's announcement, he made another tweet that the champion was indicating her return to Wimbledon. Sharing her Instagram post, he pointed out that Williams couldn't make the deadline to enter the singles main tournament and that we would have to wait to see what all of this means. Ben is a man with strong opinions, and we're glad to see that he's showing special interest in Serena's return. Since Williams has been absent from the sport for an entire year, her ranking has gone down to number 1,208. Yet Ben knows this, and so does everyone else, that she will prove to be a strong first-round opponent for anyone she plays against. After all, she has managed to win 7 singles championships at Wimbledon and reach the finals during both the 2018 and 2019 tournaments. The 2020 event got cancelled due to COVID-19, and in 2021, Williams' injury got the best of her. We understand the importance of this woman's return to the sport, and it makes all the sense in the world for all eyes to be on her. So, who will be coaching Williams after Patrick Mouratoglou? Since Serena's longtime coach announced recently that he will be working from now on with Simona Halep, 2-time Grand Slam champion, fans were left speculating. Well, Serena gave us the answer to that herself. In her post, she tagged Wimbledon, the Eastbourne International, and Eric Hechtman, who has been coaching her sister Venus. It seems that Hechtman will be training with Williams to help her prep. Hechtman confirmed his involvement by reposting Serena's Insta post with the caption that showed how excited he was to be playing with Serena the GOAT, putting a GOAT emoji instead of using the acronym. Next, in other related news, why will Roger Federer not be playing in Wimbledon 2022? Fed hasn't missed a single Wimbledon tournament since 1998, meaning he's been present at the tournament for 24 consecutive years. This year, however, he won't be able to make it. Fans suspected as much when he announced a few days before he turned 40 that he will be undergoing yet another surgery for his right knee. This surgery will be the GOAT's third within the span of 18 months. The first 2 surgeries for his knee took place only a few months apart, between February and May 2020. It makes sense that he wouldn't be able to make it to Wimbledon, but don't be afraid. Fed is going to return this year. He will be taking part in 2 tournaments this year. He'll be playing with Nadal at the 5th edition of the Laver Cup in September as part of Team Europe and at Swiss Indoors Basel 2022 in October in his hometown, Basel, Switzerland. Even though Federer won't be playing at the Wimbledon this year, he is going to maintain his record of most titles, since his closest rival, Djokovic, is behind him at 6 wins, while Fed has 8. Guess that's something. And now, Rafael Nadal's foot injury update ahead of Wimbledon. Mark Lopez, who is both Rafa's current coach and his former doubles partner, gave an update on the 35-year-old tennis legend's condition and level of fitness by stating that his foot is no longer going to cause him any problems at this year's Wimbledon. Nadal is going to play for the very first time since 2019 at the All England Club. Earlier this month, the champion managed to win the French Open, even though he needed to have painkillers for the pain caused by his chronic condition, Muller-Weiss syndrome. He has been getting treatment for his foot so that he can play at Wimbledon without needing painkillers or injections to help him, and it is apparently proven to be a successful treatment. After having participated in some intense practice sessions, as well as some exhibition matches, his coach has assessed his current situation. Nadal actually ended up losing against Francis Tiafoe in practice, as well as 3 sets against Felix Auger-Aliassime in practice. However, Lopez believes that there are always going to be both good and bad days. He also explained that the surface the men were playing on is very unforgiving, and that everything happens at a very quick pace. He wants people to know that they have been training with people who have excellent serving skills, and that the major issue with Nadal's foot is under control. He explained that the foot thing is the most worrisome of issues, and if Nadal or Lopez aren't certain that the player is healthy and ready to take on Wimbledon, they wouldn't put Nadal in jeopardy at any cost whatsoever. We are really looking forward to seeing Nadal back in action. Finally, Djokovic might be able to defend his Wimbledon championship after all. That's right, the man who has proved his position as a 6-time champion, Novak Djokovic, seems to be absolutely capable of defending his Wimbledon championship. Not only is the Serbian treasure number 3 in the world, he has also secured the last 3 men's Wimbledon trophies. As it turns out, he's not going to have to worry about coming face-to-face with number 1 in the world, Daniil Medvedev, due to his Russian nationality, and wouldn't even have to be in competition with Germany's Alexander Zverev, who is world's number 2, since he isn't in competing due to an injury. However, Djokovic could be facing his longtime rival, Spain's Rafa Nadal, in order to secure the title within the next 15 days. In the recent reveal of the men's and women's singles draws, Djokovic has secured top position, while Nadal, number 4 in the world, is a close second. The men are at the absolute opposite ends of the draw, but we can be sure that if they do face each other, it's going to be incredible. That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.